Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hari. Few of the points, this couple of points I also wanted to explain. Were not done. Could not do that. Just maybe I missed because of distraction. About Lord Narasimha. So today again, just spontaneously appeared in my mind. Maybe I missed explaining 2 points in regard to Lord Narasingadeva the last time. Let me complete them, relatively complete them today in this session. It's around Jai Narasimha, Sri Narasimha, Jai Jai Narasimha, Pralhadesha Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bhringa. Jai Narasimha, Sri Narasimha, Jai Jai Narasimha, Pralhadesha Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bhringa. Just throwing some light or making some illumination on this part. Again, Padma, Mukha Padma Bhringa. Since I already explained about this in details the other day, so not again going into details explanation. Only how this romantic, spiritually, transcendently romantic example, Mukha Padma Bhringa, to be understood, to be realized. Before trying to understand it, before trying to have full conception about this part, also need to understand how the example of lotus is used by the devoted poets. Once I asked Srila Guru Maharaj, why the devotees use the example of lotus flower so much? Although devotees also used the examples of a lot of other flowers also, other beautiful fragrant flowers, in order to describe the nature of the Leela and the beauty of the Lord. Yet, we often find, that in most of the cases, the most of the occasions, devotees prefer to describe Supreme Lord's beauty, Supreme God, Sri Krishna's beauty, Supreme Goddess Srimati Radhika's beauty, all with the example of lotus flower. Why? Srila Guru Maharaj briefly explained, look, reason number one, the lotus looks to be a very gorgeous flower. In other words, lotus looks so nice and gorgeous as a flower. See, here ordinarily we see the lotus flowers with some petals, number of petals here, but there are varieties of the lotus flowers found. Even on this mundane plane, what to speak more on the lotus flowers, different types, different kinds of lotus flowers on the transcendental plane of the Goloka. So even on the earthly plane we find different kinds, variety of lotus flowers. White lotus, blue lotus, golden lotus, lotus of golden color, lotus, the lotus flowers of rose colors. They all look gorgeous, and not only by color, by the number of petals also they grow very big. Besides the common type of lotuses, whether white lotus or rosy lotus, rose color lotus or golden lotus. Okay, all these normal kinds of lotus is also described in the scriptures, and especially on the transcendental plane. The lotus of many petals, 100 petals, Shatadala Padma, even 1,000 petals, Sahasradala Padma are all found. It grows very big. So it doesn't look like just some kind of ordinary flower. It's king of flowers, queen of flowers. They all, especially the 100-petaled lotus, 1,000-petaled lotuses grow very big. Not only they look big, but also they blossom with so much fragrance and beauty, and they hold so much flower nectar at the central position, the central point of the lotus, considered to be lotus heart of the lotus. So much flower nectar. Therefore, so many bumblebees, honeybees, they all get so attracted to drink that flower nectar. At the same time, they become very fragrant. Now, although we see the lotus flowers on this mundane plane not so fragrant all the time, they look big, grow big, look gorgeous, but not so fragrant compared to other flowers like June, Gulab, Rose, Jasmine, all those flowers, they are so fragrant. But the Guru Maharaj explained, on the transcendental plane, all such lotus flowers actually manifest, they give out so much fragrance alongside its natural beauty. Okay. I repeat, they actually, on the transcendental plane of reality, the transcendental abode of Lord Krishna Loka, all the lotus flowers are excellently fragrant. Excellently fragrant and beautiful, unlike some ordinary mundane lotus flowers. Lotus flowers we find on the mundane plane. So, because, excuse me, sometimes my voice gets a bit disturbed. So the lotus flower has got a great quality and criteria, which other kinds of flowers always may or may not have, other types. that it grows very big. It has got many petals, 1,000-petal lotus, but on the transcendental plane it is often found. Here, if we really look for, search after, we may find Shatadal or 100-petal lotus, whether white lotus or blue lotus, or lotus of golden color. Okay, or rose color. So, and those lotus, 100-petal lotus, 1,000-petal lotus, which have been described, which have been used for giving examples about in relation to Lord's beauty and nature, are all found on the transcendental plane. So, and another characteristics of the lotus is that because it becomes big, so it becomes an emblem symbolical of becoming a shelter, nice shelter. Okay. If you enlarge the photograph of a 100-petal lotus, 1,000-petal lotus, it looks so beautiful, round, 100 petals. Each petals have some individual beauty and color. Sometimes it can become a bit multicolored. All the petals are not having the exactly same colors, slightly variant colors. And it looks like a big shelter-giving flower. Therefore, Lord's lotus feet, Lord's holy feet also compared to the vision, to the sight, to the vision, to the look of a lotus, because it's a great shelter giver of shelter. What kind of shelter? What's the nature of that divine shelter? It is full of qualities that are beauty, fragrance, tenderness, tender loveliness. Therefore, quite often, frequently, the lotus flowers, in other words, the example of lotus flower is used to describe about the hands and feet, eyes, face, appearance of the Supreme Lord. I repeat, so, because through the transcendental vision, in their own transcendental vision about the darshana of the Supreme Lord, Supreme beloved God and Goddess, they often find some kind of beautiful influence of lotus flower. For some reason or other, for some mystical divine reason, I repeat, for certain mystical divine reason, they find some sort of similarities between the characteristics, qualities of the lotus flower, that of lotus flower and that of Lord's hands, palms, holy feet, face, form, and also shelter. Sometimes Lord's shelter also described as compared with some lotus flower. See, even in Brahma Samhita, so much description about beautiful lotus flowers, so much examples are given through lotus flowers. Lakshmi, okay. So, lotus feet. The example of the lotus is of the shelter of Lord. This is also one of the main causes. I repeat, while the lotus example, the way the lotus flower also side, full of nectar. We just simply conceive of some mundane shelter, of the shelter of the Lord, relating very much with the form, with that particular form of Lord Narasimha, which is not ugra, which is more peaceful, appeased, okay? More peaceful, calm, so tender, filled, beautifully loving way, a beautifully loving way, loving form, bestowing, showering so much love, so much vatsalya, loving affection to his devotees. They really love to see their Lord, beloved Lord, in that way. So this fact has been described through this portion of the verse, okay, glorifying Lord Narasimha. Certain criteria, specific criteria, of Lord Narasimha is that Ugropi anugram evaya, for whom? For his own devotees. Bhakta. Lord Nikeshwari, happily, lovely. One Srila Guru Maharaj also explained. Express, it is their expertise. Express all, even emotional appearance. Then what to speak? Feelings of emotion, petals are appearing, decorating the face. Each and every kind of loving lotus face. Different kinds of beautiful loving emotions. At certain point, the pure devotees, loving associates, face become decorated, naturally decorated by some loving, different colorful, beautiful loving emotions reflecting through their face, looking like that of lotus, different types of lotus petals decorating the whole face. Pure devotees actually saw that. They actually realistically visualize this lotus reflection on the face of Lord, on the face of the other loving associates, on the faces of the divine Srimati Radha. So, then, the loving emotions manifesting through the goddess Lakshmi. And what are those loving emotions? Lord Narayana, Lord Narasimha. Others question me, for our beloved God, Lord. Okay, simply we have words. Power, communication, deeper communication is considered to be the world of expressions of feelings. About eloquent. And our feelings, part of our life, goddess. That world sounds of eloquence. This is what it is. Lord Narasimha, with the presence of that peaceful, lovely, peaceful, lovely, with the relief of Lord Narasimha recently wrote describe sort of questions. This will be, it has been already explained by the Holy Scripture. Universal creation in two ways, Annaya and Vyatireka, in a positive and negative. I repeat, in the positive ways as well as negative ways. Some marginal, so negative nature, neither that of positive nor that of negative nature. There are some Holy Scriptures to explain this reality of how it works. Krishna's active will and passive will describing about the nature of this verse, the character. Universal creation